Welcome to the Penryn Workshop. I'm going to give you a little tour of the different spaces. This is where I do my work. This is where I throw the pots, and right now I'm working on some canvases with just plastic waste and cardboard. We'll walk down to where the kilns are. You guys can stay there. There's a lot of artists that visit and work here. It makes it really fun for me to have people come and work. This is my fiber kiln. We fired at cone 10, getting any of our copper red results. Propane. This is my raku kiln. I like to do a lot of just black and white crackle and whatnot. This is the wood kiln that we buried last year, the time capsule kiln that's been finished. I've never seen the work. We didn't open the kiln. We just cinder blocked it so that my family will open this later. Much later, hopefully. This is a one-chamber wood salt kiln that we start with propane, fire to cone 11 with wood, and then we add salt. And here's an example of what might come out of the wood salt kiln. This next area is the area where we held all the wood stove workshops. Had so many great artists here. And this is where I glaze, and sort of an indoor-outdoor space that I use now. That kiln is my bisque kiln. It's a big kiln from the college that just fires with gas. And then you can see the accumulation of pottery that happens to American potters as they age. This is a little salt kiln that Paul Soner and I built a bunch of years ago. Battle draft. Because there's no chimney, so that the flames come in from both sides and just battle in the middle. And then, of course, this is the Big Mama kiln that we're going to have a roof put over this fall, and then we'll fire this kiln in December. It's shaped like a big woman laying on her back with two legs and belly, a breast. And this is where the fire starts and where most of the wood is stoked up front here in this leg. Okay, and this is my the place where all my sculpture ends up, and they call it a sculpture garden. But I call it the place where all my sculpture ends up. It's all one big happy family. You know, they're all cousins and second cousins. It's totally hillbilly, hobo. So my sculptures make really good birds' nests. I wish I had made those. Now we'll round out the tour. This is where I burn all the debris from the property, and I do put pots under there and get really beautiful bonfire results. And now we're going to walk up to where the gallery is. I really appreciate you guys being in the workshop. It's such an honor to me to be presenting at Amico. And, one of my really good friends, David Armstrong, was the originator and founder of this wonderful studio in Pomona, California. This is my son Bo's car. He's in Africa, in Benin right now in the Peace Corps. And, he's my leader. It's filled with all of my work. I do a lot of painting and a lot of other kinds of stuff, so there's a lot of different things. And I didn't clean up for you guys. These are the Beanie Baby jars. I hope to get about 100 of them together, and I want to take them to China and show them there, near where the factory is that makes the Beanie Babies. It's just a concept I have of where I would like that show. So it's taken me years to try to accumulate enough Beanie Baby jars. Some of the tumor stuff that I'm probably working with you guys down there. And then some of the latest pieces that I've been working on are two-sided signs where I just fill them up with all kinds of cardboard and debris, and then I hang them from metal stands. And then some of the pieces are more about just a lot of the trash, coffee stains and whatnot. I spent 5 weeks in France looking at all those museums and came back with a whole different understanding about art. In graduate school, as a ceramic artist, I was always jealous of the painters because they got to use so much color, and we were inevitably just working with brown as clay artists. So I've always enjoyed painting and playing with color and representation or not. So there's a lot of from years and years and years of painting, but this is the Iraqi and the American flag, as we're kind of in a little bit of a collaboration right now. ham and eggs in Paris. And I want to finish this tour with a shot of my wife right there. That's my wife, Gina. She's wonderful. I love her so much. And thanks for touring the studio with me. Rodney Mott, out.